Share free AWS SysOps Administrator, Associate, SOA-C02, dumps for best preparation. 1. A SysOps administrator is unable to launch Amazon EC2 instances into a VPC because there are no available private IPv4 addresses in the VPC. Which combination of actions must the SysOps administrator take to launch the instances? Select 2. A. Associate a secondary IPv4 CIDR block with the VPC. B. Associate a primary IPv6 CIDR block with the VPC. C. Create a new subnet for the VPC. D. Modify the CIDR block of the VPC. E. Modify the CIDR block of the subnet that is associated with the instances. Answer: A, D. 2. A SysOps administrator is testing an application mat as hosted on 5 Amazon EC2 instances. The instances run in an auto-scaling group behind an application load balancer. ALB, high CPU utilization during load testing is causing the auto-scaling group to scale out. The SysOps administrator must troubleshoot to find the root cause of the high CPU utilization before the auto-scaling group scales out. Which action should the SysOps administrator take to meet these requirements? A. Enable instance scale-in protection. B. Place the instance into the standby stale. C. Remove the listener from the ALB. D. Suspend the launch and terminate process types. Answer: A. 3. The security team is concerned because the number of AWS Identity and Access Management (IAM) policies being used in the environment is increasing. The team tasked a SysOps administrator to report on the current number of IAM policies in use and the total available IAM policies. Which AWS service should the administrator use to check how current IAM policy usage compares to current service limits? A. AWS Trusted Advisor. B. Amazon Inspector. C. AWS Config. D. AWS Organizations. Answer: A. 4. A company is attempting to manage its costs in the AWS cloud. A SysOps administrator needs specific company-defined tags that are assigned to resources to appear on the billing report. What should the SysOps administrator do to meet this requirement? A. Activate the tags as AWS-generated cost allocation tags. B. Activate the tags as user-defined cost allocation tags. C. Create a new cost category. Select the account billing dimension. D. Create a new AWS cost and usage report. Include the resource IDs. Answer: B. 5. A SysOps administrator creates 2 VPCs, VPC1 and VPC2. In a company's AWS account, the SysOps administrator deploys a Linux Amazon EC2 instance in VPC1 and deploys an Amazon RDS for MySQL DB instance in VPC2. The DB instance is deployed in a private subnet. An application that runs on the EC2 instance needs to connect to the database. What should the SysOps administrator do to give the EC2 instance the ability to connect to the database? A. Enter the DB instance connection string into the VPC1 root table. B. Configure VPC peering between the two VPCs. C. Add the same IPv4 CIDR range for both VPCs. D. Connect to the DB instance by using the DB instance's public IP address. Answer. B. 6. A SysOps administrator is notified that an Amazon EC2 instance has stopped responding. The AWS Management Console indicates that the system status checks are failing. What should the administrator do first to resolve this issue? A. Reboot the EC2 instance so it can be launched on a new host. B. Stop and then start the EC2 instance so that it can be launched on a new host. C. Terminate the EC2 instance and relaunch it. D. View the AWS CloudTrail log to investigate what changed on the EC2 instance. Answer. B. 7. A company has deployed AWS Security Hub and AWS Config in a newly implemented organization in AWS organizations. A SysOps administrator must implement a solution to restrict all member accounts in the organization from deploying Amazon EC2 resources in the AP Southeast 2 region. The solution must be implemented from a single point and must govern current and future accounts. The use of root credentials also must be restricted in member accounts. Which AWS feature should the SysOps administrator use to meet these requirements? A. AWS Config Aggregator. B. IAM User Permissions Boundaries. AWS Organization Service Control Policies, SCPs. AWS Security Hub Conformance Packs. Answer. C. 8. A company's IT department noticed an increase in the spend of their developer AWS account. There are over 50 developers using the account, and the finance team wants to determine the service costs incurred by each developer. What should a SysOps administrator do to collect this information? Select 2. A. Activate the created by tag in the account. B. Analyze the usage with Amazon CloudWatch dashboards. C. Analyze the usage with Cost Explorer. Deconfigure AWS Trusted Advisor to track resource usage. E. Create a billing alarm in AWS budgets. Answer. AC. 9. A company wants to build a solution for its business-critical Amazon RDS for MySQL database. The database requires high availability across different geographic locations. A SysOps administrator must build a solution to handle a disaster recovery (DOCR) scenario with the lowest recovery time objective (RTO) and recovery point objective (RPO). Which solution meets these requirements? A. Create automated snapshots of the database on a schedule. Copy the snapshots to the DR region. B. Create a cross-region RED replica for the database. C. Create a multi-AS RED replica for the database. D. Schedule AWS Lambda functions to create snapshots of the source database and to copy the snapshots to a DR region. Answer. B. 10. A company is using Amazon Elastic File System, Amazon EFS, to share a file system among several Amazon EC2 instances. As usage increases, users report that file retrieval from the EFS file system is slower than normal. Which action should a SysOps administrator take to improve the performance of the file system? A. Configure the file system for provisioned throughput. B. Enable encryption in transit on the file system. C. Identify any unused files in the file system, and remove the unused files. D. Resize the Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS, volume of each of the EC2 instances. Answer: A.